can I forget those on my WhatsApp line? My WhatsApp saints, that is 876-997-3125. Good morning to those who have the WhatsApp number locked into their phone. Tell them I love to hear from you. Understand? You know, like ear. I like to hear from my people. You understand? So go ahead and save the number 876-997-3125. Yeah, man. Follow us on all social media platforms. That is Love 101 FM Jamaica. And you can also follow me on all social media platforms. My name on Instagram is JNA Dyer. You can find me on TikTok as well. We're all over the place. You understand? Just type in my name and you'll find me. All right? It's now 6:08 a.m. We're going to be jumping into our devotion real quick. Well, let me say good morning to those who are locked in wherever you are, to those on my Facebook and YouTube. That is Charmaine Griffiths, Tanisha Adamson, Yvonne Scott, Chubb Checker, good morning. Angela Masters, Elmore Denal, all of you over there, good morning, good morning. Good morning. It's a bright day, beautiful day, another day to give God thanks. You understand? Another day to praise Him and just to honor Him, because I mean, He's just the greatest thing from earth since sliced bread. You understand? And even before sliced bread, that may I tell you. Let me also say a special shout out to Humble Jamaica. Humble, big up yourself. Humble had their show, their first concert in terms of Relish. Now they've had other concerts, but this event called Relish, I do believe it's going to be annual thing, but Relish happened on Saturday at the Emmanuel Apostolic Church in Portmore, and trust me, it was a full room. Big up to all those who supported Relish 2024 this Saturday. I was the MC, and it was an amazing time. Humble did their big one on that one. So Humble, big up on yourself, and thank you for having me as your MC for the night. Other ministers were Kerry Sales, Alicia Taylor, Gamil Grant, and Petra K was there as well. And I tell you, listen, they lifted the roof of Emmanuel. I don't know if roof's still there, Emmanuel Napomore. I think they're going to fix it. Pastor Julian and so Everton, Bishop Everton, listen, you might have to fix the roof. You understand? Because we set up some praises through that roof. You understand? Pretty sure the roof is not intact right now, but we give God thanks. Thank you for having us there as well, Bishop Thomas and Pastor Thomas, inside Emmanuel Apostolic. It was an amazing time, and yeah, enjoyed my weekend. It's now time for our morning coffee pick me up devotional. Today's topic for our devotion is titled The Parable of the Pharisee and the Tax Collector. Now, most of us may know this already. If you don't know, here we go. Luke 18, verses 10 to 14 is our focus scripture. That is Luke 18, verses 10 to 14. I'm reading, of course, the English Standard Version. And it reads, 2 men went up into the temple to pray, one a Pharisee and the other a tax collector. The Pharisee, standing by himself, prayed thus, God, I thank you that I am not like other men, extortioners, unjust, adulterers, or even like this tax collector. I fast twice a week. I give tithes of all that I get. But the tax collector, standing far off, would not even lift up his eyes to heaven, but beat his breast, saying, God, be merciful to me, a sinner. I tell you, this man went down to his house justified rather than the other. For everyone who exalts himself will be humbled, but the one who humbles himself will be exalted. And that is Luke 18, verses 10 to 14. Now, the ministry of Jesus was one of life-giving transformation. His life, death, and resurrection ushered in a completely new way of relating to God, the way of grace. Now, one of the best examples of Jesus shifting paradigms comes in his parable of the Pharisee and the tax collector. In the time of Jesus, God's people were completely starved for relationship with him. Judaism had become rather a religion of regulations rather than relationship. God's people believed that their lives were totally based on their works, placing the religious Pharisees at the top of the totem pole, stretching up to God. The Pharisees believed they were justified before God because of their works, as if they could earn their way into heaven or earn their way into right standing with God. So imagine the shock of Jesus' listeners when he says the tax collector, the most hated of all the Jews, went home justified before the Lord as the result of his humility. Imagine the shock and the anger of the Pharisees in learning that all they had worked for, all the rules and the regulations that they had lived by, actually placed them lower in stature than any other Jew in the sight of God. The parable of the Pharisee and tax collector offers amazing news for each of us. The principle Jesus teaches here in Luke 18 is that the greatest posture of our heart is one of humility, not perfection. The way to God is not one of works, or, it's not one of works, but of grace. Jesus teaches that whatever weakness you have, whatever sin you struggle with, all God asks of you is that you come before him and ask for his mercy. And all he requires of you is a repentant heart. Simple as that. Now, you see, the Lord is always after your heart. All the works of the Pharisees were birthed out of their own pride. In their egotism, they thought they could earn relationship with the one true holy God. But what a lie that proved to be, right? All of their religious deeds were done not out of their love for God, but out of their love for their own reputation. However, the tax collector had nothing to boast about. He lived his life robbing his own people to fill the pockets of the Romans who enslaved them. He was made wealthy by stealing from his own people. But in his desperation, he cried out to God for help, and God heard his cry. We're going to put a pause here so that we can follow along the journey through the Bible with love, brought to you by the Open Bible Standard Churches of Jamaica, and they encourage us to read our Bibles each and every single day.
The mission of the Ministry of Legal and Constitutional Affairs includes revising Jamaica's legal and constitutional infrastructure and accelerating the pace of reform. The time by the MLCA is
6:15, and today's reading comes to us from Daniel 3, verses 1 to 15. Daniel 3, verses 1 to 15.
King Nebuchadnezzar made an image of gold, 60 cubits high and 6 cubits wide, and set it up on the plain of Dura in the province of Babylon. He then summoned the satraps, prefects, governors, advisors, treasurers, judges, magistrates, and all the other provincial officials to come to the dedication of the image he had set up. So the satraps, prefects, governors, advisors, treasurers, judges, magistrates, and all the other provincial officials assembled for the dedication of the image that King Nebuchadnezzar had set up, and they stood before it. Then the herald loudly proclaimed,
"Nations and peoples of every language, this is what you are commanded to do. As soon as you hear the sound of the horn, flute, zither, lyre, harp, pipe, and all kinds of music, you must fall down and worship the image of gold that King Nebuchadnezzar has set up. Whoever does not fall down and worship will immediately be thrown into a blazing furnace."
Therefore, as soon as they heard the sound of the horn, flute, zither, lyre, harp, and all kinds of music, all the nations and peoples of every language fell down and worshipped the image of gold that King Nebuchadnezzar had set up. At this time, some astrologers came forward and denounced the Jews. They said to King Nebuchadnezzar,
May the king live forever. Your Majesty has issued a decree that everyone who hears the sound of the horn, flute, zither, lyre, harp, pipe, and all kinds of music must fall down and worship the image of gold, and that whoever does not fall down and worship will be thrown into a blazing furnace. But there are some Jews whom you have set over the affairs of the province of Babylon, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, who pay no attention to you, your Majesty. They neither serve your gods nor worship the image of gold you have set up.
furious with rage, Nebuchadnezzar summoned Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. So these men were brought before the king, and Nebuchadnezzar said to them,
Is it true, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, that you do not serve my gods or worship the image of gold I have set up?
Yes, it is true.
Now when you hear the sound of the horn, flute, zither, lyre, harp, pipe, and all kinds of music, if you are ready to fall down and worship the image I made, very good.
Not serve it.
But if you do not worship it, you will be thrown immediately into a blazing furnace. Then what God will be able to rescue you from my hand?
Here endeth a portion of God's holy word. We honor it by saying thanks be to God through the Bible with Love was brought to you by the Open Bible Standard Churches of Jamaica, and they encourage us to read our Bibles each and every single day. Our time is now 6:20 a.m. and you're still listening to Love in the Morning, of course. Let me jump right into our nugget of the day. Today's nugget of the day is by Robert Toe, and it says, the struggle you're in today is developing the strength you need tomorrow. The struggle you're in today is developing the strength you need tomorrow. All right, then that is our nugget of the day. Let that bless you in whatever way it will. All right, it's now 6:20 a.m. and before we get into anything else, let me just check something real quick. Book maps easily. Go to Bamson. Check yourself now and go to Bamson and go to Bam and rotate it Bam and then go to Whoops. Right, I can't find it. I'll try to find it. But our first song of the day of this one is from Not Sure, but the song is titled Stay Connected. Who sings Stay Connected? Let me go check, Hey Siri. Who sings Stay Connected? Jackie McCullough. So? Oh, all right. Thanks, sweetie. All right. So this one is Stay Connected. It's now 6:21. Let's jump right into it.
He said, behold, I show you a mystery. We shall not all sleep, but we shall all be changed. Because we are connected. Tell somebody, I'm connected. I'm connected. I'm connected. I said, the earth is the Lord and the fullness thereof. To the tree. Stay connected. the way to right. Stay connected to the creative power. Stay connected to God. Can you help us sing? You're gonna stay connected. Oh, say don't hold back your love. It will lead you to the promised land. Keep your heart stayed on Him. Strive until your journey's in no stay. To God. Strive for good in all that you do. You gain more than you. Lord, you God. You're a state. Hold on through your fears. Keep your heart stayed on Him. Keep your heart stayed on Him. Strive until your journey's in all stay. All you gotta do is stay connected. Oh, I don't care what you do, but don't let go. Just stay connected. Just keep your hand in His hand. Now this is the part you can help us with. Come on and clap your hands. Everybody say, connected, connected. Stay connected to the one that is right. We're gonna keep your eyes on the prize. Keep your eyes on the prize. We're gonna stay connected, stay. We're gonna stay. We're gonna stay connected to the one. Stop putting that while I take a look around you. What's the brain? This how they are mind. What's in the
the peace, the love, the priest, the weeds, the seeds, the us, the deeds, the youth, the bring it your mother, mother, oh, can't turn on. How you feel the revelation?
From the files of Unshackled, Pacific Garden Mission presents Free Indeed.
I make the real mess of me life. Let evil own me. I was born Kingston, Jamaica, where my father were a preacher. But me, I want no religion. So we argue much about church. After my father died, I miss him terribly. So I decide to try church. The preacher convinced me to receive Jesus as Savior. But soon I go away from God. That bad choice. I move to America, start gang, sell drugs, chase women, even try to kill somebody. I followed that life 10 years, then almost kill another man. God, stop this. So I think, what will I say to God if I kill somebody? This caused me to return to God, but after 1 year I go away again. 7 years later, I nearly killed my wife during fight. She lived for good, and I were a broken man. Then, I visit the Pacific Garden Mission in Chicago. They show me that Jesus always ready to take people back again and again. I tired of the evil life and tired of walk away from God. So I ask him forgiveness for turning from him and to please make me the new man. This time, I mean that for certain. I am a slave no more to evil, and now preach the good news like Father. Me name Loxley Silvera, and if the Son therefore shall make you free, ye shall be free indeed.
If you would like to be free from the weight of sin by receiving Jesus Christ as Lord and Savior, or maybe you have questions about it, call 1-888-NEED-HIM right now. Free Indeed is a production of Pacific Garden Mission, 1458 South Canal Street, Chicago, Illinois, 60607. Email unshackled@pgm.org.
Together, we can create a safer Jamaica for our children. We need to get the guns and save our country. The time brought to you by the Office of the Prime Minister is
6:30, and it's now time for the morning news. In news this morning, Prime Minister announces plans to reduce electricity cost. Holness announces 53% reduction in GCT on electricity. Golden claims losses in 2 local government by-elections for JLP signal loss of confidence in government. JCSA draws attention to impact of climate change on workers. 100 left homeless after triple blaze in Greenwich town. On the international scene, British man captured while fighting with Ukraine. And in sport, Mbappe on target as Real Madrid cruise to Ligan's win. We will also be joined by the Caribbean News Desk in this newscast. Good morning. I am Jucal Dyer, and now the details.
Prime
Prime Minister Andrew Holness announced on Sunday that come next year, the government will be reducing general consumer tax on electricity to make it more affordable for customers of the Jamaica Public Service Company, the country's lone electricity distributor, and that it will also reduce electricity theft. Dr. Holness, addressing the annual conference of his governing Jamaica Labour Party at Kingston's National Arena, also announced that JPS customers who use the prepaid system will see an improvement in their costs come next year. This will be made possible under new arrangement to be introduced by the Light and Power Company. Acknowledging growing discontent about the state of the economy, high cost of living, which show the JLP trailing in the polls, the Prime Minister said he has heard the people's cries and will be responding to them. He also declared that his administration will immediately begin the process of removing bureaucratic red tape that he said has been stifling economic growth and efficiency. Jamaicans are set to benefit from a big 53% reduction in the GCT on electricity from the current 15% to 7%. The reduction will take effect after the next budget in March 2025. Prime Minister Andrew Holness made the announcement on Sunday as he addressed the 81st annual conference of the Jamaica Labour Party at the National Arena in St. Andrew. The Prime Minister pointed out that up to 30% of Jamaica Public Service Company customers were unable to pay their electricity bills, which contributes to illegal connections to the electricity grid. Holness said the JPS will also remove the non-tax threshold and replace it with an incentivized compatible rebate of GCT for persons who use 200 kilowatts of electricity or less per month. This, he said, will allow for the rollout of prepaid electricity purchase, which the JPS, will be required to implement nationally, but particularly in vulnerable communities. Holness said that with the simplified GCT arrangement, JPS will also be required to introduce time-of-day electricity pricing. This will allow customers to benefit from better rates by arranging how they consume electricity in off-peak hours. The Prime Minister said the government will also scale up its pilot project of onboarding customers in vulnerable communities through the Community Electrification House Wiring Program. This provides households on the program with electricity outlets, lights, and switches, and the General Electrical Inspector GEI certification. The Prime Minister stated that this will assist these communities in becoming a legal JPS customer. We reduce the tax burden on electricity, and we will improve the efficiency on the electricity sector. Holness told the conference that they're going to transform the fiscal structure of the electricity market in Jamaica to ensure that it aligns with incentives, reduces the cost of onboarding, and increases options to the customers. People's National Party President Mark Golding has declared that the party's victories in the Morant Bay and Inland Town Municipal Council divisions is a clear sign that the electorate has rejected the government of Prime Minister Andrew Holness. Addressing supporters following the release of the results of Friday's by-elections, Mr. Golding said the PNP's work on the ground has been bearing fruit. He said the two by-elections in Inland Town and Morant Bay were a test of their capacity as a party to fight an election successfully when they were up against the concentration of attention and resources from the governing party, the Jamaica Labour Party. 4 by-elections were held on Friday, 2 for vacant parliamentary seats in the constituencies of Trelawney Southern and St. Andrew Northwestern, and the 2 local government seats. The PNP opted not to contest the 2 parliamentary by-elections. The Jamaica Civil Service Association, JCSA, has cited what it says is a need for more consultation among stakeholder groups about the impact of climate change and for workers to adapt to these changes. The association says discussions around changes that will have an impact on workers due to climate change will be part of collective bargaining agreements going forward. Tiffany Powell, General Secretary of the JCSA, addressing the issue on Thursday, pointed to various categories of workers who continue to work in clothing not suitable for the changing temperatures. She cautioned that while they are expecting to adapt to these changes, employers also must be prepared to facilitate them doing so. Powell was addressing the JCSA's Manchester chapter awards ceremony at the Manchester Parish Library in Mandeville. She also expressed concern about the treatment meted out to civil servants as they carry out their duties and questioned whether civil servants get the appreciation they deserve. Mayor of Mandeville, Donovan Mitchell, who brought greetings, also urged workers to ensure they set aside savings in preparation for retirement. Several people were recognized for their length of service and contribution to nation building in various fields of work. Among them were 2 members of the media. The number of victims from Saturday's triple fires affecting Maho Drive, Greenwich Farm, and Majesty Gardens has risen to over 100, with the majority reportedly losing everything in the early morning blazes. The causes of the fires has not yet been determined by investigators. A resident of Majesty Gardens said she sustained minor injuries while attempting to help remove an electrical wire. The woman lamented the damage to her home and the loss of her shop, which was recently restocked. Meanwhile, Member of Parliament for St. Andrews Southwestern, Dr. Angela Brown-Burke, said it will be a monumental task for the families to rebuild from the tragedy. She noted that the impacted residents will need food, shelter, clothing, and other supplies such as work tools and school uniforms. On the international scene, a British man has been captured by Russian forces while fighting for Ukraine, according to reports. In a video circulating online, a man dressed in military clothing identifies himself as James Scott Rise Anderson, 22, and says he formerly served in the British Army. Russian state news agency TASS quotes a military source saying that what they call a UK mercenary had been taken prisoner in the Kursk area of Russia, part of which Ukraine has held since launching a surprise offense in August. The Foreign Office said it was supporting the family of a British man following reports of his detention. In the video, first posted to the Telegram messaging platform, Mr. Anderson tells a man questioning him from behind a camera that he served as a private in the British Army from 2019 to 2023. He says he joined the Ukraine's International Legion, a military unit made up of foreign volunteers, after losing his job and seeing reports on the television about the war. He says he flew from Krakow in Poland from Luton and traveled from there by bus to the Ukrainian border. Ukraine launched a surprise attack into Kursk on August 6, advancing up to 18 miles, 29 kilometers, and taking control of around 1,000 square kilometers of Russian territory. Russia has deployed some 50,000 troops to the region and has begun retaking territory amid fierce fighting. And in sport, Kylian Mbappe scored his first goal in 5 games for Real Madrid as the champions beat Leganés 3-0 on Sunday in La Liga. Fed Valverde and Jude Bellingham also struck as Madrid moved second, 4 points behind leaders Barcelona with a game in hand. Los Blancos capitalized after Barcelona slipped to a draw at Celta Vigo on Saturday with a straightforward win against 14th placed Leganés. Madrid faced Liverpool at Anfield on Wednesday in the Champions League in a crucial game for the Spanish side after 2 defeats in their first 4 European matches and warmed up with a solid performance. And that is the news. Please stay with us. News from the Caribbean News Desk is up next.
From the Caribbean News Desk, the morning edition. Good morning. I'm Dennis Chabral.
And I'm Kendall Morgan with the latest from across the Caribbean.
In
St. Vincent and the Grenadines, leader of the ruling United Labour Party, Dr. Ralph Gonzalez, has called for an end to grumbling within the party as it enters the home stretch to the next general elections and it looks for a sixth consecutive term in office. Dr. Gonzalez addressed yesterday's opening session of the party's 26th annual convention.
Between now and the next election, I don't want to hear grumbling among Labour. I want to hear unity, because that is the only way we are going to get the sixth term. And we have to make sure we bring out every single Labour voter. Once the Labour voters come out, nobody could beat Labour in St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
The next general elections, widely expected to be held in late next year, is expected to be a straight fight between Dr. Gonzalez's United Labour Party and the opposition New Democratic Party, led by lawyer Dr. Godwin Friday.
Leader of the ruling Jamaica Labour Party, Andrew Holness, believes his party's track record of achievements will stand up against any promises by the opposition People's National Party in next year's general elections. Prime Minister Holness addressed yesterday's annual conference of his party.
We are not in a fight with them. They are not in our league. We're not running any race with them. We have too many things to show. We have the achievements. For the first time ever, a government can campaign on what it has achieved. A government can campaign on showing the people what will come, not empty promises, but you can look on the track record of achievement and make a judgment. If you were to ask yourself who is capable of delivering the future that you want, then it must be the Jamaica Labour Party.
Leaders of the British Overseas Territories and the Caribbean say they assist each other's development through the exchange of best practices. The premiers of Anguilla, Bermuda, the British Virgin Islands, the Cayman Islands, Montserrat, and the Turks and Caicos Islands have just wrapped up week-long talks in London with the new British Labour Party government. BVI Premier Dr. Natalia Wheatley says while they continue to engage the UK government on development matters, they're also working among themselves.
We have a very good group of premiers, and Anguilla not too long ago was in the BVI, looking at our border management system, having discussions about a merger between customs and immigration. I was in Anguilla as well not too long ago. I'm going to be going back there to see some about their tax system. I went to Cayman Islands to see about the merger between the customs and the immigration. I plan to go to Turks and Caicos to look and see how they do certain things like their pensions, and they're planning to do the same.
Residents of the British Virgin Islands yesterday marked the 75th anniversary of the Great March of 1949, which succeeded in bringing publicly demanded political change to the territory. Minister of Education and Youth Affairs, Shari De Castro, who is a descendant of one of the 1949 marches, joined the many groups and individuals who took part in yesterday's commemorative event.
It feels good, the reality is I wasn't born when this match took place, but, Captain De Castro, I'm a descendant of the De Castros, a proud De Castro, and just to be able to walk the path that he walked and understand that I wouldn't have had the opportunity to be Honorable Sherry De Castro today had it not been for this match and the fight for Virgin Islands to be elected to the House of Assembly, the restoration of the Legislative Council. And so it is huge for me personally, and it's the weight of the reality of what they did then and the sacrifice they made, we carry it today.
The Bahamas' National Security Minister Wayne Monroe is blaming the now opposition Free National Movement for the serious crime situation in that country. He was at the weekend responding in Parliament to an FNM parliamentarian who said the Bahamas has so far recorded 110 murders for the year.
The one party, Madam Speaker, that should be very quiet about crime is the party that recruited very few policemen, that left this country in a state where police stations were being manned by 3 officers. About 600 to 800 officers still have us as a deficit. So they didn't understand the need to recruit. They didn't understand the need to provide equipment. They didn't understand the need to provide intervention programs in primary schools and high schools. And now they make noise, Madam Speaker. We are addressing it.
Before we go, we want to wish the people of Suriname happy independence anniversary today as they celebrate 49 years since the break from Dutch colonial rule in 1975.
This has been the morning edition from the Caribbean News Desk. You may contact us by phone or WhatsApp on +592 700 9293. Thanks for listening.
I wish I could reduce my electricity bills. I wish I could live more sustainably. Get a static corporate mortgage from November 11, 2024 to January 31, 2025. And you could be a lucky winner in the static corporate mortgage Green Wish promotion. There are 3 grand prizes of energy-saving appliances to be won. Get a static corporate mortgage and make your green wish come true. Visit staticcore.com. Conditions apply. Authorized under Section 58B of the Betting, Gaming and Lotteries Act.
Life is precious. Whether you're driving through the hills in the country, the town, or on the highway, remember, slow down and take it easy. Your family and friends are depending on you to get home safe. Speeding may save you minutes, but careful driving saves lives. Since the beginning of this year, 288 people have been killed in 247 crashes, so drive safe.
Brought to you by the Office of the Prime Minister.
Get ready to make up for our biggest steal of the year. This one is massive. It's the Black Madness weekend at Walmart Things. Every single item in store, 10 to 70% off this Friday and catch the Saturday specials too. This is on at Walmart Things, 111 Downtown Spring Road. It's a weekend.
This is a public service announcement from Flow. Starting January 1, 2025, Flow will fully transition to electronic billing, offering customers a faster, more convenient way to manage their accounts. This move is part of Flow's commitment to enhancing customer experience. To ensure you receive your e-bill by email, update your information today via WhatsApp at 876-620-2200. You can also access your bill anytime through the MyFlow Self-Care app. For questions, our customer service team is ready to assist via WhatsApp at 876-620-2200. That was a public service announcement from Flow.
1.7. We're Martin's Heritage, and you're listening to 101.7.
Radio. You're listening to the sound.
Check it out now.
Big God, you hold the keys to my whole heart. No other name above yours. You're just that bigger. Big God, you answer whenever I call. You catch me whenever you're just that bigger. You're just bigger. You're just bigger. No other name above yours. You're just that bigger. You hold the kiss in my heart. No other name above yours. You're just that bigger, bigger, yeah. You answer whenever I call. You catch me whenever you just that bigger.
Over the night and the into the USA.
No weapon from all the cross. All the sickness of it, one surrender. The third one, the first, no legend. The weapon of the speaking, them from it. I got the mighty and splendor. Mix up in
No other name of
That's right, that's right, that's right. That one by Sheila Shanae Papasan and Perpetual Sounds of Praise, Big God. Coming up next is a brand new release. This one comes straight from Petra K. That's right, Petra K has a new song out, a new medley out, and trust me, you will enjoy this. This one is by Petra K titled Do It Again.
being tender. I will flow out in the wilderness.
Love 101 FM.
Jesus, God, being tender.
This one by Petra K, the Do It Again medley. Time is now 6:56 a.m. You're listening to Love in the Morning with your host, Jucal Dyer.
It makes me glad. It's why.
One oh 1.1, 101.3, 101.5, 101.7, 101.9. Love is all you need.
Make affordable medical bills for your child go away for as little as $2,540 per month. Sign up for Sagicor School Companion today. Conditions apply. The time by Sagicor Life is...
Time is now 7 a.m. and we've now entered the Drive Time Jammings segment of the day. And of course, because it's nice, we're going to do it twice. Song by Petro K, Do It Again.
Block Radio. You're listening to the sound.
I feel so out in the wilderness. Far away. But Jesus saw me tender. I'll take
Perfect way to start the Monday morning. This one by Petro K, Do It Again medley. This one was released, I believe, on Saturday. So fresh. Oh, happy day.
Block Radio. You're listening to the sound.
Shop and win a mega kitchen from Megamart. Spend $6,000 or more before GCP at any Megamart location and fill out the entry form provided for a chance to win a brand new stove, fridge, and microwave this Christmas from Appliance Traders Limited. Visit us on social media to win monthly prizes, courtesy of Last Grace Foods and Face the Commodity Company Limited. Promotion runs from September 30 to December 6th. Shop now to win a mega kitchen from Megamart. Value by conditions apply. Must be 18 years or older to enter. Authorized under Section 58 of Federal Gaming and Lotteries Act.
Every day I get bigger. Every day I get better. I'm a star and I shimmer. Watch me grow, I'm a winner, yeah. Every step that I take, oh yeah. Feeling great cause I'm learning, yeah. I'm a star and I shimmer. Watch me grow, I'm a winner, yeah. Watch me grow with a
Help support their mental development at this important stage with a unique combination of nutrients from Lacta Plus. This product is not intended to be a substitute for breast milk.
In a community event from come together as a chill vibe, so we play games and so we eat food by the pool. So we appeal so we can show up. The taste of victory. Backyard barbecue, ice cream, Coca-Cola.
I love doing my own thing, so to have to live by my landlady rules, kind of rough. I can only park near the front gate, to the right of the mango tree, but not on the lawn. Well, I fulfill two dreams with one Jane Bank savings plan enough. I buy my dream home, and I live by my own rules.
Stop wishing you could. With your Jane Bank savings, you absolutely can. Jane Bank will help you find a way.
Jamaica and its workforce are advancing quickly. Life-changing opportunities are arising. You need training and support. We are the Renewed Heart NSTA Trust, committed to providing new and emerging skills training and opportunities. Come to Heart. We'll help you claim your place in the workforce of the future.
You're listening to the #1 radio show in the morning with Jucal Dyer. Keep it locked. Michael Malachi said that.
People at a table before me in front of my enemies. The people at a table before me in front of my enemies. He anoints my head with oil. My cup will overflow. People at a table before me in front of my enemies. Everybody help me say, the people at a table before me in front of my enemies. The people at a table before me in front of my enemies. He anoints my head. I top will. Oh, yes, he knows. He not to worry, he not be pressed. I got the box from a working best. He has to keep them up. He'll protect you from the strong man. He not to worry, he not be pressed. I got the box from a working best. See, he has to keep them up. He protect me from the strong man. Put your hands together, let your protection. He will cover me. He will cover me. He will cover me. So yes, he can. Be not be worried, be not be frightened. God have the back, so you will feel. He perfect in the God. He protect you from the strong. Be not be worried, be not be frightened. God have the back, so you will feel. He perfect in the God. He'll protect you from the strong. Be not be worried, be not be frightened. But I'm the back, so you will fearless. He protect me from the God. He protect me from the strong. Be not be worried, be not be frightened. But I'm the back, so you will fearless. He protect me from the God. He'll protect me from the strong man.
Happy be a man, got to be a man. Don't miss the next episode of the Mailbox as we turn the spotlight on young men and marriage. The expectations about romantic relationships forming out of friendships may be a challenge in this era. Single people turn more to dating apps and various tools to meet other persons interested in a relationship that may instantaneously evaluate romantic prospects. As single men in churches, offices, and social groups stop looking for romantic relationships that lead to marriage, you are invited to join the conversation with Brian Beadle and Darren Salmon on Wednesday, November 27th at 5:30 p.m. on the family station, Love 101. The Mailbox is brought to you by Solid PVC Pipe, the manufactured in Jamaica by Foster's Company Limited. That's Wednesday, November 27th at 5:30 p.m. only on the family station, Love 101. The Mailbox, Monday.
Save on your PSA and pap smear tests with your NHF card. Get $1,600 off your PSA test and $1,300 off your pap smear test. Apply for the NHF card today. The time by the National Health Fund is
7:15.
Thank you for calling NCB's Customer Care Center. Our agents are currently serving other calls. Please hold for the next available agent.
Why wait in line to get your bank account balance? Check your account easily using the NCB Interactive Voice Response. No data, no branch visits, no app required. Hear your account balance anytime, anywhere. Simple, secure, convenient, and powered by you. Dial 888-622-3477 and follow the prompts to try it today.
We have all been there. You feel the flu on your eye and you want to catch it early before you start feeling horribly sick. But between syrups, rubs, drops, pills, and sprays, it's hard to know what to use for its symptoms. Don't worry, when it comes to everything cold and flu, choose Pharmacold and Flu. This little tablet relieves nasal congestion, sore throat, pain, and fever. Get on with your day with Pharmacold and Flu. Distributed by Master Distribution.
Every day I get bigger, every day I get better. I'm a star and I shimmer. Watch me grow, I'm a winner, yeah. Every step that I take, oh yeah. Feeling great cause I'm learning, yeah. I'm a star and I shimmer. Watch me grow, I'm a winner, yeah. La 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 la. Watch me grow with Alaska Plus.
Help support their mental development at this important stage with a unique combination of nutrients from Lacta Plus. This product is not intended to be a substitute for breast milk.
Life gets busy.
from work to play. But don't forget your health check. The NHS card now offers discounts on PSA tests and pap smears to help check for prostate and cervical cancer. Women 21 and over get a subsidy for pap smears every 3 years. Men 40 and over receive an annual subsidy for PSA tests. Get your NHF card today. The NHF is here for health. The NHF is here for you.
Friday Mega Madness, Black Friday Mega Madness, Black Friday Mega Madness. Get ready to make up for our biggest sale of the year. This one is massive. It's the Black Friday Mega Madness weekend at Walmart Things. Every single item in store, 30 to 70% off this Friday only. And catch the Saturday specials too. The Black Friday Mega Madness sale is on at Walmart Things. Boardwalk Road and Content Spring Road. It's a weekend.
Or worship on a whole new level. Please help me welcome Sebastian Raham. What will it be when we get over yonder? Join the slaughter upon the crystal sea. We gonna be the loved ones and crown forever. Now this is just what heaven means to me. Shadows keep my father on the day where night shall never be. In the city where yes, sir, this is just what heaven needs. Come on, help me say, child, believe we get over yonder. We got the joy of one, the princess. This is just what heaven needs. We know this one, and we say God shall wipe away all tears. God shall wipe away all tears. We get to heaven. No sorrow, oh hallelujah. Yes, God shall wipe away. Victory. We shall be the king. Yes, we shall be the king. We shall be the king. We coming with black power. Let's say now.
because he's the king. But he comes. Oh, I'm gonna take a trip. Oh, the strip. I'll be great. I'll be on the blue sky. I'm gonna sing and shout. I'm gonna hear me when I'm listening over to God. Got to sing it again. I'm gonna take a trip. I'm gonna have to ship. I'll be safe. I'll be on the blue sky. I'm gonna sing and shout. Hear it's over to God. Here we go. I'm right here with Jesus. Stop singing something on the heart. Talk to Jesus. When you are burdened down with sorrow, like Jesus, we are not for Hallelujah. Thank you, Jesus.
Attention small and medium-sized businesses. Love 101, Jamaica's #1 gospel and family station, is bringing you Season Splendor, your chance to boost holiday sales and showcase your products to Jamaica.
Imagine your business promoted on Love 101 FM radio and social media, plus live. on-air interview opportunities leading up to and during the event.
Visit love101.org or call us to register today.
Spaces are limited, so don't wait. Register now to secure your booth at Season Splendor.
Remember, visit love101.org to register, or just click the link in our Instagram by Let's Make This Season Unforgettable.
And make this Christmas your most successful one yet.
Happy be a man, got to be a man. Don't miss the next episode of The Mailbox as we turn the spotlight on young men and marriage. The expectations about romantic relationships forming out of friendships may be a challenge in this era. Single people turn more to dating apps and various tools to meet other persons interested in a relationship that may instantaneously evaluate romantic prospects. As single men in churches, offices, and social groups stop looking for romantic relationships that lead to marriage, you are invited to join the conversation with Brian Beadle and Darren Salmon on Wednesday, November 27 at 5:30 p.m. on the family station, Love 101. The Mailbox is brought to you by Solid PVC Pipes, manufactured in Jamaica by Foster's Company Limited. That's Wednesday, November 27 at 5:30 p.m. only on the family station, Love 101. The Mailbox, Monday.
On the next Campus Connection, we will turn the spotlight on parenting youth. The responsibility of parenting is said to be both a rewarding and challenging journey. The ability to have open, honest, and regular communication with young people will help to boost trust and encourages them to share their true thoughts and feelings. Join us with guest Mrs. Tisha Nelson Watson, SCSFU Field Region Officer, and Mrs. Karen Fraser-Williams, Director of For the Child Foster Care, which falls under Family Life Ministries. And special interview with Miss Keitha Edmondson, Pastor and Public Health Inspector, who will be sharing about the Jalicia Grace Foundation on Tuesday, November 26th at 5:30 p.m. only on the Family Station, Love 101. Campus Connection is brought to you by Heart NSTA Trust. Skill is power. And TGI Fridays at TGIF. Every day is Friday. That's Campus Connection, Tuesday, November 26th at 5:30 p.m. only on the Family Station. Love 101.
Time by Gem Bank is
7:30.
You hear the news? AM Financial give them customers cash back for the Christmas. Cash back, we can get up to $15,000 with every loan disbursed. True. Plus, them increase the loan amount, so you can get anything you want, and with every loan, you get a free gift. Please apply now at loansale.infinancialja.com or WhatsApp 876-437-392. Make sure you apply early. Promotion ends January 31st. Conditions apply.
The report is out.
What report?
The Constitutional Reform Committee's report of recommendations.
Recommendations on what?
On how we move from a monarchy to a republic, of course.
So what's in it?
The creation of the office of president and changes to our parliament. Yes, man. It also includes a new qualification for membership in parliament. I know you want to see that one.
Read the full report at roadtorepublic.nlca.gov.jm.
We are on the road to republic.
Once upon a time, there's a girl named Kay. She loved to dance and play. One day at school, she got very ill, and Mom was left with an unbearable bill. It would be easier if Mom was prepared. With School Companion, 80% of the bill is cleared. Medical care for children is a must. For as low as $2,540 per month, make unbearable medical bills go away. Sign up for Surgical School Companion today. Conditions apply.
In fact, you would have it the biggest show of the year, so 2 days only. November 29th and 30th, up to 50% off with Black Friday. Double deal, about 30% off selected items until December 2nd. Follow Mashko on all socials at Mashko Jamaica for more information. Mark the calendar and subscribe to Mashko YouTube channel for the biggest sale of the year. Mashko, the store that gives you more.
It's not over.
Listen to words of upliftment in Something More with Bishop Harold Blair, brought to you by the Faith Cathedral Deliverance Center.
And he cried out to God. Have you been there? Have you been there when it seems as if you've been left all alone and no one cares for you? No one gives to your word of comfort or consolation. But as you lift up your eyes to the hills from whence cometh your help, the Lord heard your cry.
That's Something More with Bishop Harold Blair. Something More comes to you every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 9:30 a.m. here on the family station, Love 101.
It's not over till it's over. It ain't over yet. Oh, it's not over.
Attention small and medium-sized businesses. Love 101, Jamaica's #1 gospel and family station, is bringing you Season Splendor, your chance to boost holiday sales and showcase your products to Jamaica.
Imagine your business promoted on Love 101 FM radio and social media, plus live on-air interview opportunities leading up to and during the event.
Visit love101.org or call us to register today.
Spaces are limited, so don't wait. Register now to secure your booth at Season Splendor.
Remember, visit love101.org to register, or just click the link in our Instagram by Let's Make This Season Unforgettable.
And make this Christmas your most successful one yet.
It's right like crazy, but don't tell them I'm going to be afraid. Was me a free for the Christmas one, but I told that fear when this was. Was me a free for the Christmas, but I'm coming out and make this right. Was me a free for the Christmas one, but I told that fear when this was. Was me a free for the Christmas, but I'm coming out and make this right. Anyone is was that we did that could have stopped somebody with the art them bed. I'm smoke down them here, I'm down them. School them with you want like I'm around them, yeah. You want to shine like a pepper light. But you want to Jesus like a pepper light. On silent night, you pepper light. Maybe one more ways a line. So no carrot, this is me, carrot. What that means, you wish I could sheriff. But the function extraordinary emotion point. Not in my view, they're ready. Hey, you let me on the world now. Just take one look at the world now. Jesus, the cold for the world. I'm a shrimp, I'm a twin, I'm a yeah. It was me a free for the Christmas one, but that's what gets here when this best. It was me a free for the Christmas, but that's what coming out and make this right. It was me a free for the Christmas one, but that's what gets here when this best. It was me a free for the Christmas, but that's what coming out and make this right. Them tell me some man, cause my time up a one night, and the people them go God. Them tell me some crazy. But them want me for the one that say I accuse me. No Christmas time, still a boy store. Tell them how the poor like the not poor. But me not afraid of them, no, me not scared of them. Give a Jesus, you know, be a bit of love. Big man, boy, your boy. Give him Jesus tonight, in the toy. I need to know God. You know, them can't go, but you are not going to go. This I wanna be the Christmas. One bag of small when Christmas. Hey, this I wanna be the Christmas. One bag of small when Christmas. Hey, was me a free for the Christmas. One bag of small when Christmas. Was me a free for the Christmas, but stop the word coming out of make this right. Was me a free for the Christmas. One bag of small when Christmas. Was me a free for the Christmas, but stop the word coming out of make this right. Anyone is was that we did that could have put up with somebody with the out them from smoke down them in your power down them. School them with your word like I'm down them, yeah. You want to shine like a pepper light. But you word of Jesus like a pepper light. Don't silent night, let pepper light.
Make the world more pleasure than it can know correctness is me merit, but that means you be shut up with your rip. Don't function extraordinary, emotional mind, you got to make it clear with it. Hey, you don't know the world now. Just take one look at the world now. Jesus, I don't want to be worthless. I'm a friend, I'm just really worthless. Yeah, was me afraid for the Christmas. One man as well get here when it's late. Was me afraid for the Christmas. Just have the word coming out the back, it's red. Was me afraid for the Christmas. One man as well get here when it's late. Was me afraid for the Christmas. Just have the word coming out the back, it's red. It's red.
Yes. Christmas time again. Where is that? Like, what again? Long ago in Bethlehem, he saved a child was sent. Men go and take them out and then shouldn't inside. Jesus Christ, make me live. Make you praise for all that you done for me. Send your son to me, she got Christmas every day, Christmas every day. When you come in shaking, we can celebrate Christmas every day, Christmas every day. We just get to give me in prayer. Time of the year when all of the world sings to the champion. Born of a virgin, wonderful counselor, my God, he brings up me. Jesus is to me to say, not good could have come from Paris. Things said the man were hero. Now look what the anarchist man again. All in the birds of us, we go up, watch him say. You want to tell this we couldn't forget the better gift. No, Jesus would have never lived. Yes, it's okay. Christmas, 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 you praise for all that you've done for me. Don't get upset, you're sorry for me. She got Christmas every day, Christmas every day. When she come in, they give me a celebrate Christmas every day, Christmas every day. Which is how you will be taking any break.
I can't ever tell you. Sorry, and you
For all that you've done for me. Don't get upset, you're sorry for me. Christmas every day, Christmas every day. Bridget coming to the king, we have to celebrate Christmas every day, Christmas every day. Bridget's like your people, you give me bread. You praise for all that you've done for me. Don't get upset, you're sorry for me. Christmas every day, Christmas every day. Bridget coming to the king, we have to celebrate Christmas every day, Christmas every day. Bridget's like your so part of this, what we could have done? What we could have said, when you know what we be, just letting you on your son, Jesus Christ. You boy like what? Alessia Foster.
Where you come from, that town? Where you come from, that town? Merry Christmas. And I came to that land.
Here goes some sweet yak, how we are your match and the food later. Go tell your mountain over the years of everywhere. Go tell your mountain Jesus Christ is mine. Go tell your mountain over the years of everywhere. Jesus Christ is mine. Counting from the danger. Christ was born. He brought us salvation. That is a Christmas party. Oh, take it on the mountain. Oh, hallelujah. Hallelujah. Oh, take it on the mountain. Jesus Christ is born. Oh, take it on the mountain. Jesus Christ is born. See you want and say Jesus. You flag them there. Oh, midnight, the stars are barely shining. It is a night of the deep space. Only the world can see an aeroplane. And so that is that we did one choices right out the rain, and you love this morning. And try and don't love me. Oh, come let us act on. Oh, come let us act on. Oh, come let us act on. I said to come and let your will be done. I said to come and let your will be done. I said to come and let your will be done. I said to come Merry Christmas.
This one is a brand new release from Adrian Osborne. This one titled Good Vibes is now 7:46 a.m.
Wake up in the morning and have my meditation.
It's a mistake, creation, leading up my spirit, so my flesh can bring dilution. No dilution. Say it's a beautiful day out here. No bad vibes, no coping, nothing. All the evil was sent down on me. Touch it over your arm, mommy wrong. Mommy wrong. Body say you fight, they put the nation to fight. You the vibration, the out generation. The skies are the one who give me sweet peace. The all of the struggle and the trap and it's so friendly. And a little thing one way could that drive me crazy. But there's one who keeps my mind and give me sanity. And if you ask me, no like what happened, but I know that they are coming under help Mr. Alvin. Don't wanna be caught up in this world again. If you take your vanity and I will take your praise and I say yeah, turn it to the nation, yeah, to the vibration, the our generation. Give thanks and praise to our Father, taking up my space. His guidance and His grace. Give thanks and praise to our Father, taking up my space. His guidance and His grace. To our generation. Goodbye, goodbyes and cry. Oh Lord,
Christmas Baby, that's what I Christmas thing with you. You can enjoy the best prepaid mobile plans with Christmas winning. Win data and credit instantly. Have you activate any unlimited prepaid plan? Unlock your SMS message to claim your instant gift and get all that chance to win cash, grocery vouchers, and smartphones every week and $500,000 grand prize. Christmas thing is a wrap. Don't get winning. Download the Top Up Go app with the topupgo.com to activate. Win today. January 2, 2025. Conditions apply.
Once upon a time, there was a girl named Kay. She loved to dance and play. One day at school, she got very ill, and Mom was left with an unbearable bill. It would be easier if Mom was prepared. With School Companion, 80% of the bill is cleared. Medical care for children is a must. For as low as $2,540 per month, make unbearable medical bills go away. Sign up for Surgical School Companion today. Conditions apply.
You like welcome out. It's a community event from come together as a chill vibe. So we play games and we eat food by the pool. You know, say we are playing so we can show up. The taste of victory. Backyard barbecue, ice cream, Coca-Cola.
Hardware. All I want for Christmas is a customer appreciation Christmas sale. Friday and Saturday, November 29 and 30, and Sunday, December 1 to 15% off on electrical, household plumbing, and selected building material. Conditions apply. Live outside broadcast on Love 101. Call 876-458-4949. 876-548-3050. Host Hardware. Fuller Bed and Pen, St. John's Road, Spanish Town. November 29, 30, and December 1. It's time to fill your cup with a blend of hope and inspiration. Join me in the Dean Blair weekdays, Monday to Friday from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. for Morning Express, your mid-morning sanctuary on Love 101. We'll take you through carefully chosen music to soothe your soul, with thoughtful words to uplift your spirit, programs and features for growth and upliftment. Tune in and be encouraged. Monday to Friday, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. for Morning Express with Nadine Blair, right here on your family station, Love 101.
Oh yeah. Resist the devil, make him flee from us, yeah. Devil come for expose, yeah. Your mind tricks and games and fictions and you switch up with don't have with instead for expose. Your mind tricks and games, addictions and you switch up with don't. Devil come for expose, yeah. Your mind tricks and games, addictions and you switch up with don't have with instead for expose. Your mind tricks and games, addictions and you switch up with don't. Devil come for expose, yeah. Addiction is a thing that you think you can't stop. When you grab them, you stop getting smoking, busting, gunshot. Spend 15 hours on the phone, texting non-stop. 5 minutes you can't find from meditate upon. Look at the strategy at the enemy. We use the weakness against it. But if you resist the devil, he will flee. Don't make him up, not shot. Don't come in. Never come for exposure. Mind tricks and the games, addictions and use the drug we don't drug we instead for expose. Your mind tricks and the games, addictions and use the drug we don't never for exposure. Mind tricks and the games, addictions and use the drug we don't drug we instead for expose. Your mind tricks and the games, addictions and use the drug we don't for expose, yeah. Soon we talk a straight fox, we addicted for fine comfort. And I tell you about my Jesus, who is and is more than that.